we're still working our way through the U.S. Constitution
Hello.
line by line. Hello out there in TV and
Radio
land.
Computer.
Whatever. These electrons are coming to you from Don Fraser and Paul
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio. I'll say it for you now. We're getting a little punchy here. All
Electrons.
right. You're in political science. It's clearly not computer science. And I'm in history.
Yes.
And we are now in the Sixth Amendment, Part 4.
That's right.
Because it's a big carry-all that has to do with the criminal legal system.
Yes.
And now we've broken it into its component elements, and this is element 4.
Correct.
All right.
And what we're talking about are the rights that you have if you're accused of a crime.
Which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So, in all criminal prosecution, the accused shall enjoy the right to be confronted with the witnesses against him.
So they get to know who the people are they're going to try to throw him in the clink.
Not only do they get to know, they get to confront those witnesses.
Probably through their lawyer, which means they get
Right.
to question them.
Right, they get to question him. And we have had some bizarre cases where defendants have fired their lawyer, become the lawyer themselves, and then confront the
Ted
people.
Bundy comes to mind again.
Okay.
Clearly somebody's been watching Netflix.
Yes, obviously. Is it good?
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. So, all right. Think about this for a second. While this makes a lot of sense
Yes.
in terms of crimes like bank robbery,
Who says I did it?
Okay, but think about crimes of passion, crimes of domestic violence, where, for example, a wife has to be confronted by her husband,
abusive husband,
her
yeah.
abusive husband. Think about a case of child abuse.
Yikes.
This is really, really difficult.
That's PTSD country.
Yeah, and this is not, I think, what the framers intended in any sort of way. They weren't thinking about these types of crimes.
No, they were thinking about you can't just have somebody drop a dime on you and whisper in the halls of Parliament or down at the Exchequer,
Right.
and then all of a sudden you're snatched up and you don't get to know who it was making the accusations.
Right. This is different.
Different.
So what we've got is we've got situations where it is not healthy. It is horrible in some cases for the accused to confront their witnesses. And so the legal system is really adjusted to this as best they can.
Yeah.
So in the case of child abuse, for example, they have allowed the creation of courtrooms where the defendant cannot be seen by the witness.
Sure. Screens and things like that.
Separate rooms, video conferencing. The lawyers would ask the questions. Sometimes they have the child in a separate room with the lawyers there and a judge, and it's in a different kind of place where everybody else is watching on a closed-circuit TV.
Sure.
That's the sort of thing. In other words, the Constitution sets out the principle. How do you adjust it to these horrible cases?
Yeah, no kidding, because it's tough to have a one-size-fits-all when it comes to this and still have a succinct document.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess then the ink gets spilled in all the different trials and precedents that are set through the legal system through the years,
Yes.
as opposed to having the ink spilt in the Constitution itself.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think the framers were interested in the specifics. They just wanted the general idea.
This principle's out there. You can confront the people that are accusing you.
Right.
Which I wholeheartedly endorse.
Yeah, if someone's going to accuse you of crime,
Step up and say it to my face.
yeah, exactly. And yet, I think about the horrible cases. Let's go to spousal abuse. Sometimes a woman as a victim in one of these crimes doesn't want to see the abuser.
Sure.
Often in the case of abuse, the police arrive at a home, they separate the couple, the woman is taken care of, the man goes to jail. The next time they see each other would be at the actual trial. and the woman has to testify. And the prosecution's job is to get her ready to testify, get her the courage to go and confront this person, knowing that the attorney for her husband is going to ask her tough questions.
Tough questions.
And knowing that he is watching every move, and that if he is found not guilty, where's he going to go?
He's going to go right back
home.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
Yeah.
Lives back home. This is really, really difficult. Apparently, it's one of the most difficult things that takes place as a prosecutor, is helping women through these situations where their husband or their boyfriend is an abuser.
Wow,
And
that's tough.
How do you go about doing that? And so that's just tough stuff.
That is. That's very tough stuff.
But again, the principle is there, and the principle is important. It's just the application.
So that's our line.
That's our line.
All right, so that's part 4. We'll come back with part 5 next.